Hey everybody, it's Nick Chino with the Y108 Evening Show. You can catch me weeknights from 6:30 to midnight and at y108.ca/Nick and vigilantedetective.com. And welcome to my video album review of the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band 50th Anniversary Edition.
It was 50 years ago today, Sgt. Pepper taught the band to play.
Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band was released originally in May of 1967, and it became an instant classic. It changed the world, and it changed the world of music when it was released. The Beatles were kind of going into a new era of their career back in 1967, and you know what? The album still holds up today.
Let's sing in the sky with diamonds.
Now, I've been a big Beatles fan my entire life. I have all the albums. I've been to Liverpool, I've been to London, I've done the whole Beatles thing, and in some cases, I own multiple copies of the same album, especially Sgt. Pepper's. I have the stereo vinyl version, I have the 1987 CD remaster, and I also have the 2011 CD remaster that came out when they released the box set and Beatles Rock Band about 6 years ago. So the 50th anniversary edition of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band comes in a couple of different formats. There's a regular 2-CD version, there's a deluxe 2-CD version, there's a vinyl version, and a super deluxe version. So I kind of went in the middle a little bit, and I went with the 2-CD deluxe CD version.
I have to admit, it's getting better, a little better, all the time. It can't get no worse.
Alright, so let me just show you guys this package. You know, it's actually a really nice package. As you can see, it has the 2-CD yellow anniversary edition kind of band on the side there, which is really cool. You have the iconic Sgt. Pepper's album cover there. Nothing's changed there. Alright, so let's crack this baby open. So you pull it out here, you got two different things. You got the actual album, the CDs right here, I'll show you that in a second. And then you got this awesome booklet. It's a glossy booklet. It's really thick, as you can see from all the different liner notes and the different pictures that they have in there. Let me just kind of show you so it's got album recording notes, it's got pictures from the sessions, it's got all sorts of cool stuff, and of course, when you have any CD booklet, what you got to do first, before you even play the album, is you got to smell the booklet. Then you have the CD digipack itself. Now it's kind of like a gatefold. It's like a little vinyl, actually. You open it up here in the middle. There you go. You got the boys. You got Ringo, John, Paul, and George looking good in their Sgt. Pepper's outfits from 1967. So that's awesome. Comes with 2 discs. This was released on the Parlophone label back in 1967 before Apple Records. There's disc 1. Then you get a little bit of a look at disc 2. Nothing special, but it looks good. And then the album also comes with the cardboard cutouts that were originally, enclosed and included in the Sgt. Pepper's album back in 1967. So you know what? It does offer a very authentic Sgt. Pepper's experience. Now, when it comes to the music on this actual release, you have the original 13-song album from Sgt. Pepper's all the way through to A Day in the Life with a new stereo mix from Giles Martin, the son of the late George Martin who produced the original album. So he's lovingly kind of recreated this album in stereo. I know a lot of Beatles fans, diehard fans, like to listen to the album in mono, but it's always good to have that option. Then on CD 2 is when you get some of the stuff that you've never heard before. I imagine a lot of Beatles fans, diehard Beatles bootleg fans, have heard a lot of this stuff, but it's just various takes and versions of the songs that you know and love from the Sgt. Pepper's album. So, you get take 9 of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, the theme song. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, take 1. Fixing a Hole, take 3. And then, Within You, Without You, take 1 with the Indian instruments, which is really cool.
We were talking about the space between us all.
Overall, this package is a must-have if you are a diehard Beatles fan, because you know what, it doesn't matter how many times the Beatles keep releasing Sgt. Pepper's. As you can see, I own many copies. It doesn't matter how many times they release Sgt. Pepper's or any of their albums for that matter. I am such a sucker for Beatles music. When I went to the store the other day, I'm like, I'm not going to buy it, and what happened? I ended up buying it. So if you are a casual, actually no, if you're a diehard Beatles fan, this is something definitely worth picking up.
Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64?
However, for the casual fan, this might not be an essential pickup for you unless you don't already own a copy of Sgt. Pepper's. If you don't have a copy of it and you're looking to pick it up and add it to your record collection, definitely pick it up because, you know, it's kind of the most recent and definitive version of the album, so it's worth having. But if you have, you know, dropped a booklet. If you have a 2011 remaster, you know what, this will do you just fine, as well as any vinyl copy of the album.
I read the news today, oh boy, about a lucky man who made the grade.
Overall, I'm going to give the 50th anniversary edition of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band a 10 out of 10 for the original album. The original Sgt. Pepper's, as far as it goes, is still a 10 out of 10. It's not my favorite Beatles album. I would probably say it still is a little bit under Revolver or Rubber Soul or the White Album or Abbey Road, but you know what? It's the Beatles. It's as classic as it gets. The original album gets a 10 out of 10. However, for this package, I'm going to kind of lower things a little bit to 7 out of 10 for the reissue package, just because we've scraped the bottom of the Beatles barrel. There is no material left for us to discover for the Beatles, unless, you know, it's different takes and different versions. That's all cool, but how much longer can the Beatles continue to just keep reselling us the same stuff? Like, I know I said a couple minutes ago, I'm just a sucker for it, I'll buy it no matter what. And they know that. Apple Records knows that. But I don't know how much longer they can keep reissuing this stuff. I'm still waiting on the Let It Be Blu-ray. They've never released Let It Be, the movie from 1970, in like good quality or anything that's not bootleg quality. That is something they got to get on. So Apple Records, if you're listening, make Let It Be happen on Blu-ray. In fact, make it 4K. So that is my review of the 50th anniversary edition of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band by the Beatles. I want to thank you a lot for watching, and let me know what you think of it. If you picked it up, if you're a diehard Beatles fan and you picked up the package, let me know. If you're kind of a newer, casual Beatles fan, let me know what you thought of the package. Let me know what you think of the album. Like, subscribe, share, do all that kind of stuff. I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you guys next time. This is Chino, out.